It's me backing it up, messing up the setup. All right.
Allô, oui, bonsoir. I'm the Mademoiselle and Sasa deuxième Chanel. Welcome to another video. We are doing a KRIK KRAK, as you guys can tell by the title. Thank you guys so much for continuing to send in your stories. I'm still trying to get through the old ones. So yeah, if you have stories, please just send them in. I'm going to try to keep trying to bang them out. If you guys have a story that you guys would like to share, the email is right here on the screen. Please do not send it to my business email or any other email because I will trash it. 12 days of Halloween is among us, which means I'm going to probably take a little bit of a break before I bang out 12 straight videos on this channel. Like, it's honestly going to be a lot. So yeah, just bear with me because there's probably going to be like a nice gap of content, which I mean, it gives you time to watch all the content that I posted on this channel. And I'm very sure none of you have ever watched every single one. But comment down below if you have. Also, if you guys are seeing my face and you think, oh my God, like she changed content. No, I did not. I have multiple channels. Everything is linked down below. We are going to Brazil, July 2026. If that is something that you are interested in, again, please make sure you check down below. A lot of you guys are asking for me to have a set upload schedule. And I'm telling you right now, I do aim to post Tuesdays and Fridays. However, sometimes that doesn't happen. And I do not want to tell you guys like, oh my God, I'm going to post. And then I don't post. And I'm sitting here doing countless announcements talking about, oh, can't post here, can't post there. Also, like I just said, I have multiple channels. So I'm trying to juggle that along with having a social life, along with my dance stuff, along with media hustle and stuff like that. So in a general sense, sometimes I really won't be able to post. For the most part, a lot of times I do have like scheduled posts, but a lot of the time, like it's me just doing it on the go. I also got ADHD and I'm bipolar. Therefore, sometimes I don't feel like doing a damn thing. So I do not want to promise you something that I cannot deliver. So just know there's always going to be at least 2 videos a week on this channel. That's all I can promise y'all. And that's the same with my main channel. It's always going to be 2. Minimum, you're always going to get 1. With my personal channel, I'm trying to aim for 1. So it's like, yeah, there's only so much one can do. So thank you guys so much for always supporting me. Let's get into this first one, right? Oh, Lord, Jesus, Lord. It's a lot. All right. Hi, thank you so much for taking the time to read my email. I hope everything with you is going well. I'm alive, okay? Mentally, physically, and all that good stuff. I'm a huge fan of your channel, and I appreciate you making the videos you do and keeping us all entertained. Now, let's get into it. Many years ago, my dad worked at a hospital, and I was alone a lot. I've always been into the paranormal. I don't know why, but I was. I used to love Ghost Hunters. Oh, I hated that show. I'm gonna get into it in a little bit why. Ghost adventures and things of that nature. I remember one night, for whatever dumb-ass reason, I decided to do Bloody Mary. That's one thing no, I'm bugging. You know what's funny? I was about to say that's crazy and that's dumb, but I actually did do that shit as a kid. And it just, wow, the memory just came in my head and that shit was actually kind of scary. That Bloody Mary thing does work, but she only pops up when she wants to. But anyhow, I know. You don't even gotta say it. I know. Me, my siblings, and my friends all used to do stuff like pass the baby. And other little scary things that we used to hear about. What the fuck is past the baby? Okay, I'm going to look into that. So I never thought much of it. I did it by myself and nothing happened. Yet later on into the night, I woke up to 2 blood streaks on my leg. There were no scratches or bruises. I didn't even feel pain. There were just 2 blood streaks on my leg. I then got really nauseous and ended up throwing up on my floor. After that, weird shit started happening in the apartment. I would always hear things in the middle of the night, but I'm not like white people in the movies. I'm done. Wait, what? Why you gotta come at them like that? I'm dead. Who call out that shit and be surprised that something calls back? No, that's very true though. I turned my ass over and went to sleep. When I moved back with my mom, strange shit started happening there too. And I also had an imaginary friend, a little girl. Wow, it's like we have the same life. Personally, well, except for the moving back and forth and stuff like that. But when I did the Bloody Mary thing, crazy shit started happening to me too. And yeah, I don't think I'll ever do that shit again. I will never test the gangster Bloody Mary ever again. Well, maybe I'll do that video for the membership. But yeah, apparently me and her were more enemies than anything. Oh Lord, she used to mess with my stuff and we would physically get into it. Oh, that's wild. I barely remember, but my mom and cousin do. Fast forward a few years, me and my mom were talking about ghost stories and she brought up the house we used to live in, where I had my imaginary friend. She started telling me about the stuff she used to see and hear, and it was crazy because other than me and my imaginary friend, I didn't know of any other activity. Nobody talked about it. I'm not sure if the house was already haunted or if the little miss thing came with me from my dad's from that dumb decision. It's just funny because I never put the pieces together until now. Like, oops, I possibly got us haunted, LOL. How the hell am I supposed to admit that? Yeah, to be honest, it could have followed you, but I don't know. The whole Bloody Mary thing is crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, when I did it, a string of unusual events started happening to me as well, but then I think it went away. Who knows? I also had a lot of imaginary friends that were honestly just spirits, but I really hope that's not what it is, because that would suck. After we moved, no more experiences. I feel like my family, especially my mom, has been very sensitive to spirits, which is why she was never bothered by the stuff that would go on. Yeah, pretty much. She would often have close friends and relatives come say bye to her, whether in a dream or she would see them in our house. Yeah, story of my life. Hours later, she would get a phone call that they died. Yeah, no, I would get it after. Wow, that's sad. Although I'm not too afraid of spirits, I'd much rather not bother them either. So no more Bloody Mary. For damn sure, no Ouija boards. I put my friend out for even suggesting we play one, thank God. She could never come back over, and I'm dead serious. So I say all this to say, leave all that shit alone. The calling out for funsies is a sure way to fuck around, and you will definitely find out. Thank you for actually learning your lesson. I feel like every single time I'll be reading these stories and be like, yep, I did this happened. It was terrifying. I was scared for my life. Yeah, so now I'm about to go, conjure some spirits. So yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. I'm in the woods right now typing this. It's like, are you fucking serious? Like, I feel like some people just like, they like the thrill of this. They like the idea of like something crazy or spooky or ridiculous happening so they can live to tell the tale if they live to tell the tale. But it's really not funny. Like, I don't believe in bothering spirits at all. I believe when the dead die, they need to be able to rest in peace accordingly. I don't believe in calling on spirits and all of that. Even when it comes to calling on entities, I feel like if you're not calling them to legitimately help you, then leave them alone. They're not your fucking therapist and they're not there to play tag. Okay? Like, I don't understand why people just be out here conjuring spirits and stuff like that. That's why I never liked like shows like Ghost Hunters and stuff, because although we know like probably 90% of it is fake, okay, it's just like you're still bothering these entities. Whether they show themselves or not, you're still... First of all, you went there with the intent to bother them, and then you're wasting their time, and then you're catching it on camera to display for millions of people with the intent to make money off of it. It's like, I don't know. Morally, I don't think it's okay. I believe, again, the dead should be able to rest in peace. I also don't like the idea of people like selling rooms in haunted hotels and haunted whatevers, because it's like, why are we profiting off the demise of others? Like, a lot of times it's places where people had literally had their lives taken away from them. And people are out here paying hundreds of dollars to stay in these rooms where such and such got their life taken away to experience paranormal activity. Like, honestly, I really hope that these people in the Lizzie Borden house and the people that go to visit it to antagonize her, I hope they get hit with an axe or 40 whacks the way she took out her parents. If she took out her parents, whatever. You guys get the point. If you know about the Lizzie Borden story, then you know about it. If you don't, then look it up. Maybe I'll put a clip right here. But yeah, the whole idea of people like going to bother spirits never sat right with me, because I'll be damned if I die in this apartment complex and now like they're like, you know what, fuck it, let's turn it into a museum. We had a influencer die in here and people are probably gonna pay to stay in this room to see if she shows up. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, I think it's very, very exploitative, and it's like, no, like, these were still people at the end of the day. I personally can never understand why people feel comfortable doing that. But let's get into the next one. Hi, Yvana. I love watching your KRIK KRAK videos. I'm not Haitian, but I stumbled upon your channel for the spiritual content. I commented on your La Llorona video. This story might involve her. So I always say her name incorrectly. It's either La Llorona. I used to say La Llorona. American as hell. But I think it's La Llorona. Please correct me down below. I could never say her name correctly, and I mean no disrespect, okay? Please don't come after me. You guys and La Llorona. I apologize. I'll light you a candle when I light the other stuff another day. Okay. I left the military and moved to Los Angeles to pursue a career in Hollywood. That line in itself is crazy. But thank you for your service. When I arrived in LA, I stayed with friends and family. After about 2 months, I found an apartment off I-10 West in Wilshire. I guess that's a highway, child. I don't know. I ain't from there. The building dates back to the 1920s. Anyways, when I went to tour the apartment, everything looked all right. Nothing felt out of the ordinary. I signed the lease and I got the keys. I started moving my things into my apartment. One of the things I always do when I move into a new place is deep clean everything. While I'm cleaning, there are images. I see like a bloody scene involving a man. I think I'm creating this in my mind. I continue to clean my apartment, but a few things I notice now that the sun is setting. The overall lighting is dim and there is a vanity that faces into the kitchen. I feel like I can see things in the mirror, but when I turn around, there's nothing. You know, it's so funny. I felt like that about when I was living in Harrison. I had an apartment that I felt like that. And it was like, I constantly felt like I was seeing shit. It was like I was seeing visions everywhere. I was seeing things in mirrors. This shit was actually kind of crazy to me. It stopped once I moved. I mean, I kept the same furniture and stuff, so I don't know what the hell that was about. I continued to clean my apartment. I bought myself a picture for my bathroom. I thought it was cute. A picture of a duck splashing in a puddle to match my shower curtain, toothbrush holder, and rug. The bathroom is covered in black and white tiles. I bought those sticky hooks. The area has to be cleaned before whatever can be hung up. I put the picture up, go do something else. About 5 minutes later, I heard what sounded like a thud. I went into the bathroom and the picture was faced up in the toilet lid. Oh, that would piss me off, child. I thought maybe I didn't hang it up correctly. Picked up the picture, adjusted the hook, and rehung the picture. Went back to cleaning. 5 minutes later, another sound coming from the bathroom. The picture was on the ground, facing up. Then I try it again. This time, the picture drops and it's found face down with the glass broken. I was shook. I mean, it was sticky hooks. Maybe it just wasn't a good sticky hook. I don't know. I felt like I wasn't alone in my new apartment. In the coming weeks, strange things were happening or the feeling of being watched. There were nights I'd wake up out of sleep abruptly, shaking, covering my head while praying. Oh, Lord. Ooh, child. One night I fell asleep facing the ceiling. I swear. It was like looking up at the sky. I couldn't tell if I was asleep or awake in some way. I looked like a distant star that morphed into a woman. Oh, nah. I'm sorry. I would have had to break that lease. She looked me straight into my face and screamed at me. Because you in her house. That's the hell that is. I covered my face with my covers and prayed Psalm 23. I felt so disoriented. I don't remember when or if I went back to sleep. Soon after, I got a cat to help protect me. Cats are actually really good protectors, very good spiritual cleansers. I went to the local shelter to find one. The one I found was so loving and sweet. One night, I watched him run around the apartment with ears flattened, hunched back, fluffy tail, and pupils dilated. Oh, why you do that to the damn cat? Nah, you shouldn't have got the nicest cat. You should have got the most gangster cat in the goddamn pound. You feel me? I watched this little cat fight off whatever entity it was. I did not have any crazy situations after that. Okay, wait. Maybe your cat was gangster. Thank you for allowing me to share my story with you. Have a blessed day. Hugs and blessings. Thank you so much for sharing. I ain't gonna hold you. Both these stories kind of freaked me the fuck out. Child, that's actually kind of crazy. Like, I will say when it comes to like, you should always like, when it comes to moving into places, you should always bless the space. Or even after you move into it, you know, like spread your holy water, mark your territory, like, you know, anchor it down with some nails. There's a lot of things that a lot of people do. Have your church come pray over it, whatever it is, you should do that because a lot of times, like a lot of crazy things happen to a lot of people in these houses. Even if they didn't really die, like just the energy and the spirit of certain things will linger. If someone had a demon in them, if someone was possessed by something negative, it will linger in the house, especially if you do not properly cleanse it. Yeah, this was actually kind of creepy. I ain't gonna hold you. I kind of got chills reading this one. At least, I'm intact and I'm not coughing like crazy. Yeah, child, that one KRIK KRAK really took me the fuck out. Anyways, yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Again, like I said, make sure you guys send your stories right here. If you guys want to go to Brazil, everything's linked down below. And of course, if you guys want to check out my other channels, also linked down below. With that being said, like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to see y'all next time. Bye!